Right then.
Here we are, in the car of UFC middleweight Mike Bisping. New UFC signing Kurt Warburton in the back. Hello, Kurt.
Right.
Kurt is a man of few words.
Few words.
But impressive actions.
Oh, impressive actions, yes.
Can we say when you're making your debut yet?
Yeah, October the 16th.
In London?
I think, yeah.
But we can't name the opponent.
Don't know.
Playing his cards close.
Whose interview is this?
Sorry, right. Back to the script.
Kurt is already robbing my spotlight.
So,
Get out of the car.
You're fighting
Dan Miller.
Dan Miller in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
The obvious question, how's the training camp?
Training camp is...
Jiu-jitsu based?
Yeah, it's been fantastic, to be honest. Well, not really jiu-jitsu based, no, but obviously he's a jiu-jitsu guy, so I've got to address that situation. We brought in a couple of guys from Brazil, Rafael and Andrew, 2 black belts, brought them in, big guys as well, black belts, and put a bit of extra jiu-jitsu pressure on. But you know, I'm focusing on everything: my jiu-jitsu, my wrestling, my striking. You know, so between every fight, I always try and improve as a fighter, and I feel I've done that.
Do you think he poses much of a threat on the field? Did you watch his fight with Damian Maia?
Yeah. It's a hard one to say, you know. I mean, because his fight with Damian Maia, he didn't look too impressive on the feet, but he was facing a southpaw, you know, which always makes it tricky. And you know, let's be honest, I think in the fight with Damian Maia, he was probably a little, you know, shy of the takedown. You know, he probably thought Damian Maia wants to get him down, so therefore he was probably a little more reserved with his striking. You know, so based on that performance, he didn't look too great. But you know, for the reasons I just said, you know, I'm not underestimating him.
You've got your partners due to give birth a few days before you fly out. How's that affected the training camp?
To be honest, it hasn't really affected the training camp. You know, when I'm training for a fight, that's got to come first. You know, and it does. It comes before family and everything. You know, because it's my fighting that enables me and my family to enjoy a certain lifestyle. You know what I mean? So when I'm training for a fight, that comes first. Don't get me wrong. When I'm at home, you know, I make a fuss of her, and you know, it's in the back of my mind, and I'm excited about the baby coming. I'm also a little apprehensive. You know, the timing's not fantastic. The baby's due on Thursday. I'm supposed to fly to Vegas on Sunday. I don't know. I've just got a feeling that ain't going to happen. But you know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
I'm having a little boy. Yeah, it'll be my second boy. So yeah.
Picked a name?
I haven't. No, I haven't done a name. I was just thinking about maybe doing a competition on my Twitter. No, I'm serious.
Really?
I've drawn a blank at baby names. Yeah. There's a few names I like that she doesn't. There's a few names she likes that I don't. You know what I mean? So yeah. So whoever thinks of the baby name, suggests it. I don't know. They can have a free T-shirt or something. The Michael Bisping signature tap-out T-shirt.
Let's have a look.
Oh, it's a belter.
Available in stores now.
Available in JD stores, or you can go to my website www.bisping.tv. Well, a couple of days it'll be available. All good stores, MMA apparel.
What's your Twitter address? Twitter.com.
Twitter.com/Bisping. Yeah. Yeah, alright, let's do a competition. If you suggest a baby name, you get a free T-shirt, maybe a pair of gloves.
A winning baby name. Not just
a winning baby, yeah, not just anyone can come on and suggest, you know.
Paul, give me a T-shirt.
Yeah. Should we get this interview back on track?
Yeah, back inside the Wolves there, Quinton, he's got a big fight as well.
Yes.
What's his training camp look like?
Yeah, Quinton's training very hard, as always. You know, I mean, he's a very focused fighter. You know, when he's, you know, you don't get to the level of success that Rampage has achieved without, you know, having a certain work ethic, and you know, ability. You know, and he's left no stone unturned. You know, we've got a great training camp going on. We've got a lot of people. Anthony, the manager of the Wolf Slayer, his house is like guest house paradiso at the moment. You know, we've got people from all over the world staying there. We've got 3 Iranians from Manchester who've come in, and they're 3 Iranians from Manchester. But yeah, they're based in Manchester. They've been a great help on the wrestling side of things. As I said, we've got some Brazilians staying with us. We've got a bunch of guys come over from the States. He's got his nutritionist with him. He's got, you know, he brought Padman, you name it, he's got it. As well as the coaches from the Wolf Slayer. It's all going good, you know, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing him kick some ass.
What did you make of the fight at the weekend with Shogun and Machida? Because it's looking likely if Rampage wins this next fight, he's gonna...
Yeah, I think I did hear that if from Dana. I think if Rampage wins this fight, he gets to fight Shogun. I thought Shogun did a terrific job. I thought he looked fantastic. You know, it's only a matter of time, I think, before somebody caught Machida with a shot like that, because he does tend to have his chin a little high in the air. Don't get me wrong, I'm not, you know, who am I to criticise Machida? You know, he's a fantastic fighter, so don't get me wrong, but you know, his chin, he does carry his chin a little high up, and you know, you do that, eventually you're going to get caught. I'm not sure. Someone got caught last July. Anyway, you have your chin in the air, you get knocked out. What can I say? Speaking from experience. Yeah, you know, Shogun did great. Shogun did fantastic. He looked great, and I'm sure that'll be a very intriguing matchup. You know, a rematch between Rampage and Shogun. You know, I'm sure Rampage will be looking forward to you know, getting the revenge on that fight.
You know, back in your division, I just thought, we were talking about you've got a child due, and so's Nate Marquardt, because originally you were supposed to be fighting Marquardt on this card, weren't you?
Correct.
So that's probably your next fight as well. Obviously, you don't want to look past your opponent.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking past my opponent. I'm not sure who my next opponent is going to be. I personally, after this fight, if I win, well, when I win, should I say, and Vanderlei wins his next fight, I wouldn't mind a rematch with Vanderlei. I know he's been talking about having a rematch, and I'll quite happily fight him again. You know, I've only got 3 losses on my career to, you know, to 3 former champions, and you know, I'd like to avenge them. And you know, the only reason I'm bringing up a rematch with Vanderlei is because he's been bringing it up. In a few interviews, he said he wants a rematch with me, and I honestly think, you know, if he won the fight, which he did, you know, if he thinks in his heart of hearts he won the fight, then why on earth does he want a rematch? You know, I think he knows deep down, and I respect him for that, but I think he knows that I did win that fight, so he wants a rematch. So that's fine, I'll happily oblige, you know, but obviously I've got to win and he's got to win, otherwise it doesn't make sense.
What, and you'd like to have it as soon as possible rather than further on?
Yeah, why not? Sorry, if he, you know, he's banging on about it, you know, I mean, I'd like to move on with my career, you know, and you know, and focus on, you know, getting a title shot, whatever. But if he wants to do it, I'll happily. He's the one saying he wants a rematch. I'm saying I'll happily fight you again. I would love to fight you again. Yeah.
Okay. And what about the other Silva, Anderson? Did you watch his last fight?
I did. Yeah.
Impressed with his performance?
I was not impressed by your performance. No, not really. You know, he looked great in the first couple of rounds, and then, you know, it kind of went downhill from there. Really. I'm not sure what he was playing at. I don't know, you know, I mean, Anderson Silva, when he goes out and he comes out hard and swinging and, you know, with vicious intent, you know, he seems to be capable of taking care of most people. You know, those last few rounds he didn't look too great. You know, I had Damien Maia winning the last 2 rounds. You know, I don't know, it's an interesting fight. I think when people go at Anderson hard and aggressive, he fights best, you know. I'm not saying Damien Maia was being a little passive, but you know, he was trying to get him to the ground, you know. But I think everyone wants to fight him now. I know Alan Belcher said he wants to fight him now. I'd like to fight him, you know. Fingers crossed I get that chance someday. No, that's fine.
What?
No, nothing.